Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Humanitarian Transformation Network. Get that in there. It's let me move over this way. Okay. Hope everybody is having a beautiful, blessed day today. Thank you, everyone, for joining that watches my channel. I discuss 21st century common sense. Human rights education in regards to my personal socioeconomic research that I have done over the past since 2013. So I apply it to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So I am pleased to discuss today human rights education 18, 19, and 20. What I do is I will tell you what the article is, and then I apply my own socioeconomic research and knowledge to that human right article. Okay, basically to break it down. Okay, again, I hope everybody is having a beautiful day and everyone is living their best life. Okay, human rights education 18. Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to get a hair clip to clip this back. That's okay. Article 18, and I have to look over to my notes here because I don't have them all memorized. Okay. So, 18. Everyone has the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. This right includes freedom to change his religion or belief and freedom, either alone or in a community with others and in a public or private place to manifest his religion or belief in teaching, practice, worship, and observance. This is very important. This is very important because I know I've dealt with this in several different areas. Whoever you follow is your own business. And I don't like how that's looking. It looks like I'm looking left. So I'm going to turn it this way, you guys. Yeah, I'm going to turn it this way. I have to figure out how to get my camera angle right. But whatever religion you choose is your religion. Because there is a whole spirituality world out there. And it is your personal business to be in whatever spirituality group that you choose. It is no one else's business what you want to believe in. That is your human right to believe in whatever you want to believe in. It is nobody else's business because, I grew up as a Baptist myself. But I started digging into other religions because I found my grandmother, she was a theologist, and I started looking into that, and other things started clicking into me. So I believe in what I believe in, and everyone has the right to believe in whatever they want to believe in. It's their business, and if they want to join a particular religion, that is their business. That is their human right. That is their freedom to do whatever they want to do in their life. Just because somebody does not identify or believe in your religion doesn't make it wrong. Okay, it is their right. Everyone has their own free will to join whatever they decide to join in, and it is nobody else's business. Now, because there's so many religions these days. It's so many. Um, I can say that I don't agree with religions that worship the evil spirits. Any religion that wants to cause harm to people, those religions, I'd stay away from. Me personally, but if someone chooses to be in that religion, that's their personal right. That's their personal business. I mean, who are you to tell them, they it's not right to worship evil, even though, you know, that's what they want. That's their business. Okay. You have no right to say anything to them. All you can do is respect their decision to be in that religion. That's all you can do. But a lot of people always want to talk about or give their opinions about somebody else's religion. That is none of your business, okay? Everyone has their own right and their own freedoms to be in any religion. Because there's also a big thing too, as well, that I researched upon. A lot of people have problems with psychics, and psychics, they read cards, they read tarot cards. And just because somebody's psychic and they read tarot cards does not mean that they're evil. They are just in a different spiritual realm. They consider themselves as spiritual, and that is their, God-given right, or whatever right they want to be, psychic, and they want to use their psychic capabilities, because people are psychic, people are empaths, they're intuitive, and they know. They were just giving gifts to read cards, or intuitive gifts to not even read cards, just to have the knowledge, spiritual knowledge that they have, that they were blessed with. So people look down on those type of those people, not knowing that that is part of a spiritual realm that they are tapping into. um, just because God talks about manifestations, just like this article talks about manifestations. Manifestation is part of spirituality, and and people don't understand there's a big broader spiritual realm. So anybody that whatever religion that they want to practice, that's their business. That is not your business or anybody else's business. That is their human right. They're free to practice whatever they want to practice, okay, whether you agree with it or not. And I know a lot of people disagree with Christians. And Christianity, has been around for, decades. And, there's a lot of different Christian type of religions. That's their right. They're Christians. They were born that way. I mean, they were born into that. So that is their right. That is their freedom. If they want to change it, that's their business. They don't want to be a Christian no more, and they want to go over to the Jehovah Witness or whatever they want to be. That's their right. Okay? That's nobody's business. That is their business. So people just need to leave people be and let them be who they want to be, and be whoever what they want to be in as far as their religion. Okay. um I don't agree with cults, okay, but if they want to be in a cult, that's their business. Who am I to say you don't need to be in a cult? That's their business. That's not your business. If that's the life and the religion that they want to be in, let them be in it. It's none of your business. It's their human right. Okay, with that said, we're going on over to Article 19. Okay, Article 19. I gotta flip the page. Article 19. Everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. The right includes freedom to hold opinions without interference, and to seek and receive and impart information and ideas through any media, and regardless of any frontiers. This I agree with. This is very important, okay, because people try to silence people from telling the truth. And it is their right to speak the truth. No other human being has the right to tell another human being not to speak out. And I know this personally because I have a lot of research that I've done. And some of my research, I was told if I tell my research, that they would come after me, and I probably would not be living right now. And I found it very interesting. I was like, it's the truth. People need to know the truth, because you want to protect humanity. You want to, do what you can to help others, bring awareness to things. And other people, because of their own personal interest, that it may come out that they're not doing the right thing by humanity. They want to harm individuals for their own their own opinions or their own research or their own facts. They want to harm people, and that is holding back your expression. Expression is truth, okay? They are expressing this to speak the truth. And even the media even holds back the truth. The media does not want some truth to get out. So the media holds back the truth. And that's a form of mind control. If we let this get out, it might, cause chaos to, the higher ups. So we don't want this to get out. So freedom of expression is being silenced right now. People's opinions are being silenced right now because even on social media platforms. And, I don't agree with this. Just because you own a business, you own a corporation, does not give you the right to tell people what they can and cannot say. You just own a business. You just own a platform. You are a human being, just like that person that is patronizing your business. They're a human being. They are, using your products and your services. But you have no right to harm that person or to silence that person. And this is where we have gone array in the United States because people are silencing people. If you speak this way, we will shut you down. If you say this, we will shut you down. If you don't agree with our narrative, we will shut you down. And this is exactly what is happening currently now in our society, which is very sad. People cannot express themselves. This is why we have the issues that we have today in our society, because a lot of truth is not being put out there. And if the truth is being put out there, it's being altered to appease someone else or to appease that corporation. And not knowing you, you are a human being that own a business. That's all you are. You get up and you lay down just like the people that are using your products and services. That makes you no different or no better. You are just fortunate and blessed to have, built a corporation or a business, but that makes you no better than the next human being. You are still a human being. You lay down, you get up, you have a face, you have eyes, you have a nose, you have a mouth. You are a human being. You have a body, you're a human being. So you have no right, just because of the job you hold or the business that you run or the corporation that you own, you have no right to silence people. You are a human being. And people think because they have power, they can do whatever they want to people and violate people's human rights. And this is why, you know, God bless her soul, Eleanor Roosevelt, she saw this and she developed the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, where she helped advocate for human rights. So this is why we have the issues today, because people can't express themselves without fearing of the backlash that may come from it. People don't want to hear the real truth. People rather live in illusions and not help humanity and help the earth. If something dangerous is going on, people need to know about it so they can protect their families accordingly. And people that are being silenced and not able to express, or the knowledge that they have, that is hindering our society from moving forward and human beings from moving forward in the right way for their family's benefit and for their life purposes. So I really, I want to emphasize this because there's a lot of people out here that think they have, and it's sort of a dictatorship, if you ask me. They can silence you, or I'll pay you X amount of dollars to keep you quiet. Well, that's not how the world works. That is not right either. Okay, to pay somebody to shut them up when they have facts and truth to correct systems, to correct society and to heal humanity. For someone to try to pay someone off to keep them quiet is not being truthful. They are hiding something. So think about that. If someone pays someone off to keep something quiet, they are hiding something. Those are the people that we need to be concerned about because they're hiding something. And there's a lot of truth being hidden. Because I've researched a lot as a socioeconomic researcher, and I found a lot of stuff that was hidden, and I uncovered a lot of stuff that was hidden. And some people did not like what I found, and they wanted me to keep quiet. But me, I'm not going to keep quiet because it is to help heal humanity, to help heal systematic uh, issues that can impact humanity and harm others. So we have to be mindful of this because we have the right as human beings, because we are all human beings, and people are not acknowledging that. I don't understand it. People don't understand we are all human beings. We all born, we're all gonna die. Period. Okay, as human beings. So I don't understand why other people feel like they're better than the next person just because of the amount of money that they have or the status that they have because they were blessed to get a specific type of job. And idolize people because they have this certain type of status in life. That is just their status. They're still a human being. Okay, so it makes them no different than the next person. They just have a higher profession. That's all it is. So we have to be mindful of the way people portray themselves. Okay, because they are no better than the next person because they're a human being as well. Okay, with that said, let's go on to Article 20. Article 20. Everyone has the right to freedom of peaceful assembly and association. Number two, no one may be compelled to belong to an association. Let's talk about one first. Everyone has the right to freedom of peaceful assembly and association. Now, I can speak about this. I really can speak about this because I've experienced it. Being an African American woman who ran for U.S. Congress, I experienced different scenarios in regards to when they had the political marches and people protesting and all of that. I went to an African American protest, and I went to a protest that was mainly Caucasian and Hispanic. And I can tell you for a fact, the African American protests, they had every law enforcement agency you can think out there. They started basically pushing them out of the way, doing whatever they needed to do to shut down the African Americans protest. They did not want them to protest at all. They started doing the smoke bombs and all of that. Now, I was present in Berkeley. I was there in Berkeley when all that craziness started. I had never experienced nothing like that in my entire life. And Berkeley was much worse. Berkeley did not even compare to the African Americans because Berkeley was a nightmare. I have never seen anything like that in my entire life. My first thing was mostly Caucasians. It was a few African Americans, few Hispanics, and other different nationalities. But when they started throwing bombs, M80 bombs, I was like, what in the world is that? It was like, just boom, 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 boom. I said, what is that? What? They were like, oh, those are M80 bombs. The Democratic side were throwing M80 bombs at the Republican side. And I was like, oh my God. And then they got to fighting. and they were throwing stuff. And I mean, people were all bloody. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? You didn't see that at the African American protest. No, you didn't. You didn't see none of that. Okay, at the African American protest. But when you went over to the Caucasian protest in Berkeley, which is all, it was Democrat and Republicans. I said, this is insanity. This is like World War II. And the police were there. The police were there. And they were standing down. They were just letting it happen. But you go over to the African American protest. Oh, the police were throwing smoke bombs. They were pushing them away. They had their rifles. I mean, they were doing the most to the African Americans. But you go over to the Berkeley, police were just standing down. They were sitting there watching, and I'm looking like, do y'all hear these bombs going on right now? Do you see that person bloody running across the lawn there? Okay. Do y'all see them throwing chairs through windows? The African Americans protest, nothing like that happened. But I'm like, do y'all not see? Okay, they're throwing, rocks and everything else through windows and tearing down buildings and all this stuff. And this was in Berkeley. I said, and y'all just gonna stand there and not do anything? I said, this is insanity. Okay, I was actually fearful for my life. I was like, oh my God. I said, and then they go over to the African Americans and act like they are the worst people walking. Okay, and the police did not even let them protest. They came with their guns and their police cars and their smoke bombs and just cleared them out. Okay? They look at African Americans as a threat. But to me, what happened in Berkeley, that was a threat. I said, this is insanity. I would never want to live through, because I was like, oh, be careful with the M80 bombs. It can blow off your ear. It can blow off your fingers. I was like, excuse me? This is not a peaceful protest. This is not. Okay? This is a nightmare. Okay? People are bloody. So, I agree with peaceful protests. You protest peacefully for your rights, and especially human rights. You protest peacefully. You don't do things to harm other people. And just like the protest before, and I know there's a lot of African Americans. It was a whole lot of them doing it. Not only African Americans, all kind of races doing it. They're burning down buildings. Okay, that is not a peaceful protest. Burning down buildings and threatening police and burning police cars is not a peaceful protest. And that is arson, is what it is. And these people, they talk about the riot, the Capitol riot, but I'm like, well, what about when the protest was happening? They were burning government property, because a police vehicle is a government property, and federal property. They did. Those people got away with that. I was like, but the thing that happened in Berkeley, they're doing federal prison time. I'm like, I don't understand here. So, there's differences in peaceful protests that, we really need to acknowledge, because, it seems like certain peaceful protests are supposed to be, peaceful. They can't get away with it. So, the nonsense that I call it nonsense. That's what's nonsense going on, with these protests, and, tearing down whole communities. That is not, got raided, got looted. That is not a peaceful protest. And none of these people went to jail. None of these people were held accountable. I don't understand it. And I think it was the one, I don't know if it was in Seattle or where it was, when they burnt down a police station. After a police station, that is government property. What happened to those people? Did those people do jail time? Are these people in jail for arson? Okay, because that's what it is, arson. Okay, you're burning down stuff. That's arson. So people have to be mindful. Peaceful is peaceful. Okay, you march for your rights, and that's it. Okay, you don't go harming property or people. Period. You don't do that. And police have no right to harm people or property, because they want to speak up for their human rights or whatever rights that they believe in. That is their human right to do so. That is their free will to do so. And we really have a problem with that in society. That's why it's so important that we speak about things such as human rights, because we are not identifying what a human right is and people's freedom of expression, and that we are all human beings. And just because you hold a specific job or you want to protest about something gives you no right to harm people's property or to harm an individual. No matter if you're the protester or you're the police officer, you have no right to harm anyone. Now, if they're doing a criminal activity like busting out a window or burning down a business, by all means, that's criminal activity. You need to act accordingly. Okay, that's what you're there to do: protect and serve. And I agree with that. You need to go, take care of that person, because they're not protesting; they're damaging property, and it's not right. So people need to be mindful what is peaceful and what is not peaceful, and not discriminate on what race is protesting. Okay, so I'm going to close on that, number one. Number two, no one may be compelled to belong to an association. Basically, you can't force anybody to belong into any organization. Okay, especially a cult. Um, I know Scientology is a big one that people, want to join. If they want to join be a Scientologist, hey, let them join them. That's their business. Okay, but no one can be forced to do anything, to join anything. They cannot be forced to join a church. Okay, they want to join a church, they can join the church. No one can be forced, because we are all human beings. No other human being has the right to control another human being and say, you must join this because I said so. You must join us because we're the better option. Who said who? You're a human being. Okay, now if you have the same beliefs, that's different, and you want to join, that's different. That's your, like I said, that's your business, and that applies to Article 18. That's you're right. If you want to join that religion, you want to join that church, or join Scientology, or whatever it may be, that is your right. That is your human right. Okay, but as far as someone forcing you to do that, that is not anyone's business. Okay, to try to force you to do anything that you don't want to do. No human being should be forced to do anything that they don't want to do. Okay, because we are all individual human beings with our own brains, and we can think for ourselves. Well, some people can. Some people can, but there's help for people like that. But no one can force you to do anything. And it's sad in third world countries that people are being forced to do things because of dictatorship. And that dictatorship should not be either, because that's another human being. Who are you to control people and ration out food to people and ration out, where they live, their roof over their heads? Who are you? You are a human being. You have no right to do that. We are all human beings. People really need to get to grips with that, because other people think that they have superiority over other people. They think that they can tell people what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. Who are you? Unless you have children. Okay, that's a different story. Okay, because you're raising children. That's a different story. Okay, but another adult telling another adult what they need to do in their life, that's none of their business. People are human beings, and they have the right to live their lives as they see fit. Okay? No other human being has the right to tell that person how to live their life. It is none of their business. And that goes for, any parents as well. When your child becomes an adult, you have no right to tell your adult child, how to live its life. Okay? If they want to live their life this way, it's up to them. Now, if they're doing something very destructive in criminal activity, of course, you want to have an intervention if you can. But, sometimes interventions don't work. Okay, and then at that point, you have to let them learn their life lessons. Okay, And that's what it's about, as you know, as a parent. But people want to try to control people. Okay, no other human being has the right to control people. We are all human beings. And I keep reiterating this because people just don't understand. People just don't comprehend that we're all human beings. Okay, which was just different colors, races, nationalities. You know, we're all human beings. We all have legs, arms, heads, necks. Okay, hair. You know, noses, eyes, ears. We all have that. Okay, so we're all human beings. So what makes you think that you are just because you have a PhD or you have a doctorate or you have some kind of high profile degree or you have a high profile job, oh, I'm better than you? No one's perfect. No one in this world is perfect. And you're a human being. Just because you have a PhD or a doctorate, you are still a human being. And you are no better than the next human being just because of your credentials. Your credentials does not make you a human being. I am sorry. Your credentials does not make you a human being. Okay. Now, and your expertise does not make you a human. I mean, less, better than the next person. No, it does not. Your job profession that you're employed at does not make you better than the next human being. You're still a human being at the end of the day. Okay. So, and you can't force people to do what you want them to do. Okay. So people really need to understand this because people have just run amok with their power, greed, and control. Okay, and their money. Oh, I can do this because I have X, Y, and Z in the bank. I can do this because I own this. I can tell them what to do because I do. And then if a person doesn't agree, um, let's be evil and harm that person. Okay, who are you as a human being to harm another individual? Okay, everybody has a right to life. Okay, everyone, whether you agree with it or not, everyone has the right to life, and everyone has the right to their own freedom. They have the right to their own opinions. They have the right to their own expressions because we are all human beings. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. I'm going to be going on to Article 21, 22, 23. I try to do 3 a day. Okay. And I, please join me at the Humanitarian Transformation Network. I have a lot of things prepared for my channel going forward. I'm kind of, just keeping it to YouTube right now because of some other things that I'm experiencing and I'm dealing with. So I'm going to keep it to YouTube right now. Well, I might put it on my blog. Because I also have a blog as well. I have a blog that I've written over 800 articles in regards to my socioeconomic research. Some stuff, is very imperative that people may want to go over there and read. I think I have it in my description box. If not, I will put it there so you guys can go check out my blog as well. And I hope all this information that I am giving you guys is very helpful. I want everyone to come together as a society, as a human being society, and not a self-preservation society and a dictatorship society. And these Universal Declaration of Human Rights are very important because a lot of people's human rights are being violated. And, and we are all human beings, and there should be no violations. Okay. All right. Thank everybody for watching. Candace at the Humanitarian Transformation Network. God bless you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Good night.